Regardless of what side you're on, there's no denying that the Austin Metcalf, Karmelo Anthony story has taken the internet by storm. And I think that this story has blown up for multiple reasons. For one, because of the racial aspect to this story, which a lot of people are still in denial of, but we all know it's true. And another reason why this story has gotten so big is because of how much money Karmelo Anthony's family have raised from the murder of Austin Metcalf. And Karmelo's supporters say it's because white people are out here pocket watching. White people can't stand to see some black people get some money. But the reality is that people are just shocked that anyone would donate money to someone who stabbed a child in the chest at a track meet. A lot of people are just shocked that this much money was raised for someone who admitted to murdering a kid at a school track meet. And there's a lot of people out here who I guess have not been paying attention to what's been going on in recent years. And they're just now finding out that, yeah, there's a lot of people out here, especially in Karmelo's community, that just absolutely hate white people. So for a lot of people, this was like a shock to them when they saw this happen. They're like, what? People are donating hundreds of thousands of dollars to someone who we know stabbed a kid in the chest at a track meet? So that's one of the main reasons why this story is blowing up. And of course, there's all of these conversations. There's this huge debate about whether Karmelo's family touched the GoFundMe or the Give, Send, Go money. Did Karmelo's family use the donation money? Did they take it out? Did they have access to it? Did they buy this? Did they buy that? There's different stories, some fake, some true, all floating around about the donation money. And I think that's just one of the reasons why this story has gained so much attention. But speaking of the donation money, I have touched on this in several of my previous videos, but I figured it was time to make a video basically dedicated to really fleshing out what is going on with the donation money. Because you see, at first everyone was reporting that, oh, Karmelo Anthony or his family, they're getting this house, they got a Cadillac Escalade, they got a new car. They're already using up all of the donation money to move into a nice place and buy nice things. And then Karmelo's family, they denied this. You had portions of the mainstream media reporting that they were buying all of these things. And then you had other portions of the mainstream media reporting that they weren't. Of course, Karmelo's supporters, they're supporting someone who literally stabbed someone in the chest. So they don't really factor into the equation because they're going to support anything. They're spreading lies and nonstop nonsense. So they're going to go along with whatever, right? So they're all saying, no, they didn't touch the donation money. You're all liars. You're all racist. Right? And then they have the press conference and they claim we can't touch the money. We can't use the money. The whole time, they're kind of glossing over the fact, even though they do mention it, they're kind of quickly gloss over the fact that, yeah, we kind of got access to the money today. They kind of gloss over the fact that right when the media and certain journalists started reporting that they were buying these things with the donation money, they glossed over the fact that they did get access to the money the same day that news started spreading. But here's another thing. And I've pointed this out several times, but like I said, I think it was time for me to now sit down and dedicate an entire video to this to really get it through some people's head. There was a bond hearing for Karmelo. When they lowered Karmelo's bond, the day that Karmelo came home, Karmelo's family sat there in court with their lawyer, and they told the judge, and this is a fact, this is not opinion, this is not rumor, this is a fact. You could go look at the official transcripts of what was said in court that day. Karmelo's family announced their intentions to spend that donation money on other things besides his bond and besides his legal defense. One of the reasons why they said they needed the judge to lower the bond is because they couldn't use all of this money for Karmelo's bond because they were going to use it to move into a new house. And that they may need protective transportation. They may need security. They told the judge straight up that they were going to use the money to move into a new house. And that was a couple of days before it started being reported that Karmelo's family was going to use their donation money for a new house. Now, as far as the Cadillac Escalade goes, we know they already had the Escalade. But Karmelo's neighbors, they reported to the media that they saw Karmelo's family have a new car. And that the new car is sitting right there in their driveway, doesn't even have plates yet. It's still got the tag from the dealership. The neighbors were the ones that reported that. That's how we found out about the new car. Everyone assumed it was a new Cadillac Escalade because there was a picture on Karmelo's mom's social media of an Escalade, but I don't know what kind of car the new car was. But there was a new car, freshly purchased, in their driveway, according to the neighbors. These are all facts, at least according to the neighbors, when it comes to the car. So Karmelo's family, they came out and they played a victim like everyone was spreading lies and misinformation. I even saw some journalists and news outlets, I saw some people walk back their reports about Karmelo's family using the Give, Send, Go money for a house and stuff. But the reality is that it was all true. And we know it's true because Karmelo's dad told the judge that that was what they were going to use the money for. So they tried to make everyone feel bad in the press conference, knowing, or at least thinking, that no one was going to know what happened in court, not realizing that the official transcripts are all over the internet, or maybe not thinking that people would actually read up on that. But you can go look, you have Google, you can go look at what the father said in court. He literally told the judge they were going to use the money to get into a new house. So for them to be pretending like none of that was going on at the press conference, it really blew my mind. And I don't think a lot of people really understood because a lot of people do not know what went down in court at the bond hearing. But I do because I'm following the story very closely. So I'm looking at people like, hey, you don't got to walk back these claims. These claims are true. According to Karmelo's father, they plan on buying a house or moving into a new home in a gated community or something along those lines to protect the family. So the fact that they got up there and played victim during the press conference, it was disgusting on an entirely different level for someone like me who knows what happened in court with Karmelo at the bond hearing. So now, because you see, when it comes to these donations, these donation websites, you're supposed to list what you're raising money for. You're supposed to be honest about what you may use the money for. And at first, they had it as if, oh, this is just for Karmelo's legal defense. Now, Now that they got access to the account, now they've updated the Give, Send, Go to state that their intentions are to do all the things that we said that they were going to do. After sitting in court and straight up saying, hey, we don't want to use all of this donation money on a bond because we want to get a new house. We might want a new car and some security. After literally saying that in court and then going and fake crying in front of the cameras, they have now, knowing that they have to legally, they have changed their little donation website to basically state that, hey, we're going to use this money for all types of shit. Everything that they accused us of, like the car and the security and the house, everything they said that we were going to use the money for, and then we cried about while playing victim, well, guess what? Hey guys, we are going to use the money for that. I kid you not, you cannot make this stuff up. I will read it for you directly from the donation website. But before I go any further into this donation debacle, if you guys like what you see, if you like what you hear, and if you would like to donate to something that does not involve murdering kids at track meets, consider donating to the channel via Cash App or Super Thanks. It's always greatly appreciated, but it's not mandatory. Of course, you could always enjoy these videos for free as well, but do consider hitting the like button and sharing this video with friends. But let's go ahead and dive into the update on the Karmelo donation website because, like I just stated, they played victim this entire time, acting like everyone was lying about the fact that they were going to use this donation money for other things. Because at first, they were claiming it was for legal expenses. They raised $500,000 for legal expenses, but now they have flipped the script, and now they've kind of been forced to tell the truth. Here it is. Purpose of the fund. While legal defense is a critical part of this journey, we want to make it clear that this fund is not solely dedicated to legal expenses. The funds raised will also support a range of urgent and necessary needs that have emerged as a result of this situation, including, but not limited to, the safe relocation of the Anthony family due to escalating threats to their safety and well-being, as well as basic living costs, transportation, counseling, and other security measures. So, I want to look at all of the people who claimed that I was spreading misinformation when I reported that this family was going to spend this money on cars, houses, and you name it. I seem to recall a lot of people upset saying, oh, you spread a lie. You didn't clear up the misinformation. No, I was right. I was ahead of things. But do you think I'm an idiot? I'm not going to put information out there if I feel like it's not true or it's not real, folks. And now, Karmelo's family has been forced to tell the truth. That this money ain't just for the lawyer. They say right there, the money's for transportation. What is that, your new car? Oh, you need money for transportation? You need some new cars? And you got to relocate to a new house just like reported? And you got on the microphone and cried and yelled at the cameras and said everyone was lying and everyone was hating your family and everyone was racist because they told the truth that you grifted this money for your son's legal expenses and then turned around and tried to turn it into a new house, a new car, Amazon packages showing up all damn day. Living the high life off the murder of Austin Metcalf. And now, finally, after lying and crying and trying to discredit people like me, y'all are forced to admit the truth. That this money is for whatever the f you want it for. And it's not really for your son. I really want to know how much money they're going to burn through. Are they even going to have any left for lawyers? Are they even going to have to pay for lawyers? Who knows? Soros may come in and pay for their lawyer for all we know. But I'm glad that now they've been forced to tell the truth. I don't think this is going to stop money from rolling in, and I don't care how much money rolls in, because every dollar that gets donated, it not only makes them look worse, but it further exposes the portion of this community that is supporting Karmelo Anthony. It shows what wicked and evil people they are. And if they want to expose themselves, that's fine with me. That is A-okay with me. But I am glad that the truth is out there now. And I think a lot of the people who walked back there reporting, thinking, oh man, maybe I got this wrong, you need to reassess the situation, because nobody got this wrong. A lot of people got this right. And I was one of the early ones that got this right. And now they're forced to tell the truth. And the fact that people pretend as if they don't understand the concept of knowing you're about to get a large sum of money, a large lump sum of money. I called it a sump. A large lump sum of money, right? You know it's coming in, so you start making moves knowing you're about to get all of this money. For example, I shouldn't have to break it down, but let's do it. Let's say you have $100,000 in your bank, but you know you got $500,000 coming in 3 days. Maybe you'll go ahead and be a little bit loose, right? You'll be a little more loose with the money you got in your bank account. Hey, hun. Hey, kids. Everyone put on their bow ties. We're going out to eat at Red Lobster. All you can eat shrimp. All you can eat crab legs, right? Everyone get your bow ties on. Let's go. Maybe you'll go ahead and put a down payment on a new car. What the hell? Why not? You got $500,000 coming in a few days. And you're raising money off of selling t-shirts and all types of other things as well. Why not? Maybe you'll go ahead and put a down payment on this. Maybe you'll drop $20K on this. Maybe you'll drop $5K on this. Maybe you'll order everyone a bunch of presents from Amazon knowing that you got $500,000 rolling in a few days. So the fact that everyone, and we're all grown-ass men and women here, and there's probably even some them days in the crowd, the fact that everyone, or just a lot of people, are pretending as if they don't understand that concept, it's mind-boggling to me. But I know the reality is that, yeah, we're dealing with a bunch of stupid people, but we're also dealing with people who are purposely playing stupid, because whatever they do, they won't admit the truth, because the truth will mean that Karmelo Anthony is going to be held accountable for murder, and that's the last thing they want, right? They don't want him held accountable for anything because of the color of his skin. That's basically what it all boils down to at the end of the day. But I just wanted to go ahead and make this video and clear things up when it comes to this give, send, go money, because too many lies are being spread, and a lot of the lies that are being spread are from the Karmelo Anthony side of things. And there's a lot of people thinking, oh, they're not doing that with the money. They're not doing that with the money, when they themselves have admitted now multiple times in court, and now they had to even officially update the donation site that, yeah, they're going to buy all type of stuff with this money. And Karmelo's legal defense is kind of on the back burner. You know what I mean? That's like the least of their worries right now. First, they got to worry about new cars and new houses and all of that other stuff. And all of this money is coming from the fact that their child murdered someone. So that's where we're at here in America. For now, you guys let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.